Happy Tuesday. I am still in the digibug. It's usually when I can talk, so that's why I do videos from the car most of the time. You know, I used to do a lot of videos from outside because, you know, I have a good backdrop, some good scenery. And somebody, in fact, jokes with me, Miss Teen Crypto, we have a running joke that I've got a green screen behind me. Well, it's green because there's a lot of grass, a lot of vegetation. But yeah, it's just kind of funny because it does. And I've had people say that I'm not in a real setting because I did a lot of videos outside with trees in the backdrop, and people would say, no, that's not real. It's a green screen. So that's kind of the running joke. You know, I've got a green screen. But my green screen lately has been in the car, in the digibug. It's cold out. I'll get out and make a video if it warms up a little bit. But no, I had a question from somebody today or yesterday about, hey, I'm new to crypto. How do I get into it? I've got a Coinbase account and I've got I think a Ledger wallet, hard wallet. What do I do? It's just complicated. There's so much information. There is. It's overwhelming at times just how much you need to know about cryptocurrency. So really the best thing, you know, and you can dive off into NFTs, what's DeFi, you can get involved in all these things and start thinking, okay, this is too much. I don't know where to begin. And it's overwhelming. And that stops some people from getting into crypto. And that's what I don't want to see happen. You know, I want to try and help people get into crypto and not make it so daunting. And one of the ways to do that, I look at it as, okay, and that's why I talk about Litecoin so much. One of the ways to do that, I'm gonna sit so I'm not, okay, turn the car off, don't need heat. Got plenty of insulation, I need to burn some of that off, the cold. All right, so if you exercise, and you exercise without, you know, a lot of clothing on, you burn more calories because, you know, you're trying to fight that cold. So, you know, if you're looking to have some New Year's resolutions and lose some weight, you know, strip down into shorts and a tank top and go out and take a jog in the cold. So, but anyway, tell people you're out there in case you don't make it back. Back to simplifying cryptocurrency, and that's very important. I think if anything's overwhelming, you know, you can shut down. And a lot of times we as humans, and this camera's crooked, we as humans will tend to just say, forget it, I can't do it, I'm shutting down. So don't get into that situation. Let's simplify crypto a little bit. What is cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrency is really a blockchain. And what's a blockchain? It's a big database, and it just stores transactions. That's all it is. Stores transactions in a block, and then when that's filled up, or when that block is expired, so to speak, it blocks another block of transactions come along, and it's a blockchain, a chain of blocks. So it's just a big database that's, you know, putting transactions in there. And in the case of Bitcoin or Litecoin or Digibyte, you know, certain coins are created in each block and somebody gets rewarded for those. So it becomes a form of money or currency. It's a tangible object in the digital world. It's an object that can be held as value, and it can be noted on that blockchain who owns it. That's pretty much it. And I've already overcomplicated it. It's money. Start with money. Blockchain, in the sense of cryptocurrencies, is money. So start looking at that money and picking some up. And the easiest way to do that, Coinbase is an easy way to do it. If you've got a Coinbase account, very easy to link it to your bank account and buy it. And I think you can even use a credit card on Coinbase to buy it if you want to. And there's other places where you can just use a credit card to buy it, other platforms. The fees are higher, but it gets you into it. So just go out and buy a little bit of it. Get a feel for it. Buy some Bitcoin. Buy a little Litecoin. You know, I think Ethereum. See, this is back in 2017. I'm not giving advice, but my recommendation, you know, to anyone new at the time was, hey, buy a little bit of Litecoin, buy a little bit of Ethereum, buy a little bit of Bitcoin, and you'll be fine. And if people had done that back then and bought nothing else, they would be fine. Because those three coins kind of balance each other out. A lot of times Bitcoin's not moving a lot and Ethereum will start moving. And Litecoin, when it moves, it really moves. And it'll move proportionally, you know, in proportion to Bitcoin, or in disproportionately to Bitcoin. So what'll happen is, and you're at a point right now to where that ratio, the number of Bitcoin to Litecoin, is like gold and silver. It's out of whack. It does correct. And when it does, and we're real close, I can't imagine, just by looking at the chart, I can't imagine you're going to go worst case scenario, the middle of the year, you know, maybe through June. But there's so much compression there in the chart, if you look at it, that Litecoin at any day can pop. And it doesn't necessarily mean Bitcoin has to go up. Litecoin is going to pop against Bitcoin. And that's what it traditionally does. It'll break out and just run. And so what you'll see is, okay, you know, 1 Bitcoin you can get, I don't even know what it is right now, 250 Litecoin, 300 Litecoin for 1 Bitcoin. You'll see it correct to an extent to where you may see, hey, you can get, instead of 1 Bitcoin equals 300 Litecoin, it may be 1 Bitcoin equals 30 Litecoin. It might not stay there very long. Cliff I says 1 Bitcoin will equal 5 Litecoin in the data, but it may not stay there that long. It may just happen really quickly, and you can look back through history. Oh, I wish I would have bought that. Well, you might have had 2 minutes to buy it. But that's what happens. And so my advice was, hey, buy some Litecoin. You know, if you've got, say, $1,000 you want to invest, split it equally. And this is back in 2017. Split it equally 3 ways between Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. And if you look back at, say, you know, anytime in 2017, if you had done that, where you'd be right now. Be very happy. So start simple. Look at the big coins that have been around for a long time. I mean, that's the only information, I guess, you know, any knowledge that I have in my experience is that those big coins will continue to go up. They stood the test of time. Bitcoin's not going to ever disappear. Litecoin's never going to disappear. Ethereum's not going to disappear. As many people that think that, oh man, don't like it. They are solid, and they've been around for a long time. They've kind of proven the test of time that they do have long-term value, and they're easy to buy. They're very liquid on any ATM, crypto ATM that you can find. Those 3 are going to be on it, and that's just because they've been around for a long time. And again, they're proven. You look at PayPal, you can buy it on PayPal. Now, you can't withdraw it off of PayPal yet, but, you know, if you've got a PayPal account, you can buy cryptocurrency. You know, you can get Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin Cash. Same with Venmo, which is part of PayPal. I think PayPal owns Venmo. So these big platforms that are going to allow you to buy cryptocurrencies easily, they're going to have the big ones on there, and those are the ones I'd probably focus on first. They're the safest bets. Now, beyond, and then what you do is, okay, say you buy it on Coinbase, you can take it off in your own private wallet. So you can go out and download you can have a hardware wallet. And you know, there's a learning curve to a lot of those. You got to do some research. There's a lot of videos out there. I personally have never used a Trezor or a Ledger. I never found them to be that user-friendly. I mean, the displays are small, and you got to plug it into a laptop, and I never did like that. I kind of like the wireless devices. I mean, I've used Cool Wallet before, and what that is, it's like a little credit card-looking thing. It's a hardware wallet, and so you'll download a wallet on your phone, transfer your coins into that address, and then when you want to spend those coins or send them somewhere, hit send. And then you have to take the little card, the Cool Wallet, and then press a button on it. So it's separate from the phone. So you have to have both devices. So if somebody steals your phone, figures out your password and all that, they can't send it without having that card. And so I like that extra security feature. And it's not directly connected, like plugging it into a laptop. You know, if your laptop's got some spyware, key logging, you know, any of that stuff on it, you don't have that issue because it's air gapped. You know, it is Bluetooth to the phone when you use it, but beyond that, it's not plugged into it and sitting there, and, you know. So, you know, it's a little bit better in my thinking. LEPAL, I do like that. SafePal, not as great of a display as LEPAL, but the same concept to where completely air gapped. In other words, it's not directly connected to, it's not even Bluetooth to your phone. There's no wireless connection. So what happens is when you download a wallet, LEPAL wallet, you have it on your phone like any other wallet, and you can see all your balances and all that, and you can receive, no problem. When you want to send, though, the issue is you have to enter a password, And then you have to have your LEPAL. And what happens is you'll scan the QR code in your phone will scan a QR code on the LEPAL, so there's no direct connection. It's just scanning QR codes back and forth, and that's how the data is sent. That's how it authenticates. So again, you have to have both devices. Somebody steals your phone, you're on vacation, whatever it is, your LEPAL's at home. They can't do anything. Nothing they can do. And then you can go home and you've got your words that you've written down when you created your wallet. Boom, put it on your new phone, restore it, transfer it off, whatever you want to do at that point. So I do like those. All right, I'm getting more complicated than I should. I said I was going to keep it simple. The simplest thing to do is just to buy the big coins. Get your feet in the pool, feel it out, get a sense of what it is. Maybe have a friend set up a wallet and send it back and forth. I would send Litecoin because the fees are so small. And just get a feel for, how this whole thing works, sending between addresses and scanning QR codes, and just use a little bit. And that's a good piece of advice. Anytime you're going to send a large amount, let's say you bit off and said, I'm going to put $1,000 into this. All right, you buy $1,000 worth of coins. Before you send them to like off of Coinbase or off of a platform to your own wallet, do a test send just to make sure. And so, you don't make a mistake, because I'll tell you, at one point, and it's before QR codes were really, easy as they are now, I remember typing in the address of another wallet, so like if I'm going to send Litecoin, I had to type in that address. And you got all these characters in a row. You got to pay attention to make sure you didn't mess up. If you did, it's gone. So you do a test send. You only send with Litecoin, what's it cost at most to send anything? 2 cents. So, you send 50 cents worth, dollars worth, whatever, of Litecoin to that address. Make sure it gets there. Then you're like, okay, cool. Use that address again. And copy and paste it, and then boom, send it to that same address, the rest of the money. So you just want to make sure that you're safe about this stuff. It's intimidating because you are your own bank. There's nobody going to come save you when you send it to the wrong address. It's like taking cash and dropping it out of a window, or having the window down in your car when you're driving along and the cash flies out. It's gone. If you didn't secure it, you're in trouble. And that's what's intimidating about cryptocurrency. And it's easier now than it was, much easier. But people, are intimidated by that. And they're like, no, I'm just going to leave it on Coinbase. You can do that. And they're a pretty reliable custodian of your money. They do the best they can. But again, anybody can be hacked. Anything can happen. Some sort of regulation, the government comes in and says, hey, we're going to freeze, everything that you're doing because we're investigating you. All your funds are locked up. Mt. Gox, all your funds are locked up. What do you do? So that's the trade-off. It's just like having money in the bank. If you trust the banks, and you trust that they're going to take care of your money, even though it's not in there, and they say it is, but it's not in there if you go and withdraw it. If enough people go and withdraw it, and it doesn't take many, that cash is not in there. It's just not. So you've got to take care of your crypto. Treat it as cash, and be very careful with it. But if you're first getting into crypto, the easiest thing to do, I think, is just look at the big players that have been around for a long time. And you can do research on that. If you go to coinmarketcap.com and click in on, some of the big ones that are in the top 25, 50, and look at what their history is, where they, they usually have a description in there of when it was started, who started the coin, and some information on it. But you can always go to, there's a place where you can scroll and it shows like a chart. Go to the all chart, the all-time chart, because it's usually the one-day chart, it shows the movement. Go to the all option, and then you can see how long it's been around. You can say, oh man, this thing's been around since 2013. And so that gives you an idea of the history of it. It's not something that was just created last week. And it's a hot thing, everybody's talking about it. Oh, I need to get into it. Well, back up a little bit and take a look at it. And if everybody's talking about it, and this is inevitably going to happen, I've seen it happen too many times, when you're excited about it and you're like, I need to get some of this stuff, just sit back and wait, because there will be a pullback. There will be a dip. And that's when you can accumulate some. But then you're like, oh, I don't know if I want it, because it's going down. It's just human emotion. But if you want to start speculating in those things, that's usually what happens when everybody's talking about it and it looks like, oh my gosh, it's just going to keep going up. Just sit back and wait, and it will pull back. It always does. So that's a little something to kind of keep in mind. But the easiest way to get into crypto is really just dip your feet in the pool, sign up with a Coinbase account, a Gemini account, and they'll hold it on there until you get comfortable with downloading your own wallet on your phone and sending some of that off. You can send it off of Coinbase, Gemini, these other exchanges, and just get comfortable putting it in your own possession, backing up your phone, which is what, you know, your seed phrase, the words that you write down for that wallet on your phone. Get comfortable with that because you're always going to need that. And just be careful and just pay attention and learn. And just take your time. That's the biggest thing. Take your time. Another place I like to, it's easy once you're comfortable having a wallet on your phone, instead of going to an exchange and buying it and waiting. Sometimes you got to wait days before the cryptos are available. An easy way to get these coins is to go to an ATM. And you can put cash in, and then you get your crypto right away on your phone and walk away. I like CoinFlip. There's a lot of them out there, and they have the lowest fees. I mean, it's the best deal I've found, and they have good customer service too. You can call them, and you'll actually get somebody on the phone. And then they've got the big ones on there. If you go to coinflip.tech, TECH, they've got a list of all their ATMs, and some of them are two-way. When Lisa and I were in Florida for the happy hour tour last month, there was a CoinFlip ATM in there that was two-way, to where if you want to sell your crypto, it'll give you cash back. So that's pretty cool. That's a nice feature. You know, if you need money and you need to, you know, pay some bills, you can cash out your crypto if need be. The best thing is to not put more than you can afford into crypto. Don't starve yourself in real life, because we still have to pay real life bills, and we still have to use that fiat money, that dirty Federal Reserve note that, you know, the system still runs on. Even though we know it's broken, that's what everybody takes. But that is changing. And I heard a story yesterday from my buddy. He told me that he needed to get some service done, and he just asked, hey, I'll do it, you know, will you guys take crypto? And it turns out the manager of the place actually was heavy into crypto, and they said, yeah, we'll take crypto for payment. You know, and he, just by asking, that's what happens. So there's more and more people willing to take crypto. I would take crypto. I mean, if you're going to pay me in anything, yeah, send Litecoin to me. Absolutely. Send Digibyte to me. Send Bitcoin to me. You know, even though the fees can be higher. Ethereum, not so much, just because it's just costly to move it around. I mean, I'd rather have a blockchain that doesn't cost me a lot of money to move stuff. Digibyte and Litecoin, completely very affordable. Nothing to move it. So I don't like getting robbed, you know, of my energy just by trying to send. I mean, I've looked at the Ethereum network, and, you know, if you want to move $50 worth of stuff, sometimes the fee is more than the gas fee is more than the $50 that you want to move. Doesn't make any sense. So that's frustrating. So yeah, but pay me in Litecoin. Pay me in Digibyte. Absolutely. All right. I get off track and I ramble a little bit, but there's a lot of stuff that I throw out because there's a lot of stuff in my head, and I should break this down to where I have a very specific topic here. Boom, boom, boom. Should start another channel or something, and I don't know, do something. But I tend to ramble, and hopefully you gain something out of it. That's really what it comes down to. Hopefully there's something that, you know, I'm triggering something for everybody to where you're thinking about things differently. Like, okay, yeah, he did talk about that. Maybe I should look into that. That's all I want to do. I want to help you trigger, you know, think of something that you might not have thought about, and then do some research on it, because that's what it comes down to. Do some research and search it on YouTube, search it, you know, on the internet for videos and how-tos, because somebody's done it already. And it's just, you know, I want to get you thinking about those things, you know, maybe go down a different rabbit hole than you would have. So again, I appreciate you all watching. I'm at 20 minutes already. It's unbelievable. I appreciate you watching. I am trying out OmniLite on Litecoin. I'm going to give you the results on that. I'm downloading the full core. It's almost done. I'm going to practice with creating some tokens, because you can create tokens and coins on the Litecoin network now, on the blockchain. So I'm going to try that out. I'll let you know. And actually, I should create some tokens, and then I'll just hand them out. You know, if somebody wants to drop their address, I'll send you some tokens. I'll see how difficult that's going to be. I don't think it'll be that hard. So yeah, that'll be kind of neat. All right, I'm going to try that out, let you know how it goes. Maybe put an NFT out on the blockchain. On the Litecoin blockchain, because you can do that now, and I've seen people have done that, and I don't know how to do it, but I'm going to figure it out, and I'm going to talk about it. So as with anything in crypto, trust yourself. There's a lot of people out there who will try to deceive you and will try to take you down. Oh, this is going to make money, that's going to make money. Look at the things that have always been there and have been around for a long time and have stood the test of time, the blockchains that are solid. And I only talk about so many for a reason, because they've been around and they are legit. No doubt about it. They may not make you the most money in the next week, month, but long term, again, if you'd put $1,000 and split it between Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum back in 2017, pick a date in 2017, and what's it worth now? You don't lose, because those are solid. So stick to those, and if you want to get crazy later, okay, that's fine. But do your own research and start understanding what you're doing before you do it, because you don't want to lose your energy. You don't want to put your energy into something and then have it lost. I mean, we're doing that every freaking day in the current US dollar / US federal, whatever, Federal Reserve System. We're losing every day. So let's not repeat that. Let's get ourselves in a better position to where we can absolutely make a change and live the lives that we want, and that pursuit of happiness that they all talk about, and then they rob from us every day in the currency. So, all right, I love you all. I thank you all for watching, and man, I appreciate the comments. I really do. I try to respond to everybody. I think I'm doing that so far, and if you have any questions, comments, drop them, and I'll do my best to respond, and just if I can help, I will. That's what it comes down to. I mean, hit that thumbs up. That really does help. It's reaching a lot more people by hitting that like button on these videos. It really is. I've noticed it, and it's pretty cool, because there's a lot of good people that I'm talking to and who've come to the conversation and are looking for help. If I can help, I will. I'll be in Texas this Friday and Saturday with Litecoin Lisa and Bitcoin Ben. He's got a big event down there, and I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but I guess I'm supposed to talk about something. But we're going to kick off our happy hour tour again here. Gosh, I guess in February, we're going to be going somewhere, and I'll start posting that stuff on my website, clintwestwood.net. And again, I've got referrals to everything I've talked about. Usually you get some benefit from clicking on those referrals on my website. If you're signing up for Coinbase, signing up for LOLLI, a Fold app, you know, all these things where you can get some Bitcoin for free, actually. So any of these things, you know, are on my website, and I always link the videos, you know, that I have with Lisa and other videos. So check that out. We're going to be going on the road again, and I'd love to meet all of you. We're going to try and go to a lot of different cities this year, so, and meet a lot of people. So stay tuned. I'm going to be talking about that as we go forward, and where we're going to be. They're all free events. We have our live happy hour. You can hang out and have a few drinks and talk crypto, and then we've got a crypto class the next day where I teach you how to download a wallet, get you some crypto. So all free stuff. All right, I love y'all. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, share it with people, let them know that, hey, this is just want to help move forward in this new system. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you. Have a great Tuesday. Love you.